I don't think it would work.
Time just tick away. You ain't clocking hours on the day. All that watch is stopping what you claim. Dollar crosses Rio got me name. Hoping God just get me out this game.
I think this question is interesting only because I recently have obviously made that Tower of God anime video because I was tired of people being like, you should finish it. I'm like, no, it's bad. I don't want to watch it. But I mean, off the rip, I guess my question is after you've seen what these anime adaptations have done to some of our beloved webtoons, I mean, they botched Noblesse twice. I have not heard anything good about God of High School, except maybe a couple of action scenes were kind of decent. And then I have major issues with the Tower of God anime. As a matter of fact, I think it's really bad. So it's like, do you even want a Kubera anime? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want them to really make an earnest attempt at that? Like, that's kind of my first question, but I want to answer it sincerely. But if you're new here, please subscribe, like the video, and hit the bell down so it goes to the 13-month series does not get you. And let's hop right in. So, first thing I would say is this. You have to understand what times we're living in. People are not patient. People do not have the time or do not want to wait for a long-term payoff. Instant gratification is something that is kind of permeated into our current world, especially in the Western world and whatnot, because people want to do something and feel its effects immediately. They want to skip, even like if you actually think about some of the anime conversations we have, people talking about, can I skip arcs? Can I skip parts? Because why? They probably associate this series with a high point, a peak point. They know, oh, Dio versus Jotaro is something that's really dope in part 3. Do I really want to slog through part 1 and 2 to get to this? And it's like, you don't understand that actually going through that journey through each part and building up, crescendoing to Dio, it's what makes that moment so amazing and so climactic. The time that you took to get there. But in today's age, because our attention span is so trash, I don't know if people would really want to sit through a bunch of Kubera season 1 shenanigans. So how I see it is, if they're going to translate this into an animation, they're going to have to do a lot of stripping a lot of the content, a lot of the writing, a lot of the minutia that makes this what it is. It wouldn't be the Kubera we know and love. It would be like this more mainstream contemporary version that would be better consumable for a modern audience. They're gonna be like, they'll be talking. People are like, all they do is walk around, talk, to make a joke here. She talking about curry mushrooms, and then they just call her an idiot and ugly. I don't think it's gonna work. People are not patient. I don't think it would work. And then the lack of action for a long time might make it difficult for a lot of people to get into. So at the end of the day, I think if this gets an anime adaptation, I'm not saying they couldn't do something to make it popular, but I don't think it would end up being the story and art that we love by Kurigam. I actually think probably maybe a character model standpoint and stuff, it could probably look pretty good. But and then a lot of these characters might be difficult to animate because of how they look. Maruna's got crazy hair and all kind of fur, and like the clothes they wear is very stylish. A lot of loose, baggy stuff that sways and left and right, up and down diagonally in the wind and whatnot. Like you see here, Brilith holding the staff of Agni, and look how all of her hair and stuff is going all over the place, right? So again, would I love to see a great Kubera adaptation? I would I would commit some evil atrocities to see a really good adaptation for Kubera. As for animation too, especially, I think it would be animation. I think for now, live action, I don't think would work. I don't. I mean, I don't. I'm not saying they couldn't get costumes to work or anything. I just don't think it would trans. I don't know. How do you guys think it would be if it was live action? If they did a bunch of movies, maybe. I still don't think it would work because movies are still a little bit more fast paced than in general, and you could not do a season per movie or something like that. Like I feel like if we had a Kubera anime 2, it'd be like 13 episodes for the season 1. It's like, no, you're not cramming those like 100 chapters into the first season. It's not gonna work. But at the very least, I suppose if it I know. By the way, it's not lost on me that Kubera is apparently not very popular on Naver and Line webtoon. So I've heard that a lot and seen it a lot. That it's not particularly popular over there, and it's just like that's That's wrong. It shouldn't be this way. Like, it's so good. I just don't understand it. But anyways, to summarize here, do I think that it would make a good anime adaptation? I don't think so. But if they did make it work and people were able to like it, I think it again. I think a lot of the things that we as webtoon readers love about Kubera would not be present in it. I think it would be a lot faster paced. I think we'd cut out a lot of stuff, and I don't know exactly how the cinematography would have to work to frame certain things, because a lot of times with the artistry, you might have a paper, a profile, or something happening in the panel that is extremely important, but you just don't necessarily realize it. I'm reminded of seeing Kaz having the triple nil chaos attribute on one of the profile papers we saw for him, but I never actually registered that, so I don't know if those kind of things would be in the anime, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't even think, based on like how I've seen a lot of these webtoon Crunchyroll adaptations go, I don't even think I'd like to see them attempt it. I don't want them to ruin what's already so, great and perfect. I have the webtoon. I'm very content with it. It's got extra chapters. It's got Kubera the Finite, other things that I could read, short stories and everything, blog posts, all of that is great. So it's like, for me, I'm satisfied. It's enough. I don't need a live action or animation adaptation of Kubera. But hey, what do you guys think? Would you guys like to see a Kubera anime? At least an attempt. Whether or not it's good or bad, would you at least like to see them attempt it? Would you like to see a live action, a movie? I'm not entirely sure. Kubera the video game? I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. You got this far, and have yourselves a mighty fine day.
Rushing in my drugs, pour it in my cup, sitting in my darkness with my ghouls, we pouring up. I don't really give a fuck, I don't really have a say. You tell me that I suck, I tell you get up out my face. You got tears in your eyes, looking like a fool.